Where's Scuds? What? I'm invisible. Haha. Oh, it's because I had my VTuber on last. There we go. There's a Scuds. Alright. I had to restart my computer, like, no kidding, 4 times before I got to hear sound. So, breathe in, scream out into the abyss with me, and let's make some art today. my rotator cuff, my rotator cup? That's not a thing. Rotator cuff, is doing a little bit better. I hurt my drawing arm, and it's been like the worst thing ever, so I was drawing left-handed for a bit. But yeah, we're back. We're back. We're gonna see how well it does. See how long I can actually like try to draw for today. I've given it plenty of time to rest and recover before I'm trying to get back to it, so it should be okay. And I've been doing lots of like little things and some traditional work. Got something going for Patreon. I'm excited. Just everything's gone very, very slowly. Hey Aspen, welcome in. Deathlight, hey, how's it going? Spooky Scuts. Actually, I do. Hey Bootsy. Pretty art. Thank you so much, Aspen. Definitely excited to see you. Like, oh, this background just, it looks really fun. The red rocks and everything, and then when I look at the alternate being just a little bit more of that reddish, like, almost burnt sienna, I don't know. But it's like, both of the color palettes look really good against the background, I think. So, mostly, I need to work on her sword in the background, which I left for myself last, for some reason. Oh, because I hurt my wrist. Oh my god. That's right, my wrist is doing better because it got a chance to rest. Because I hurt my shoulder. I have not been having a good time, let me tell you. I like to draw, and not being able to draw has been sucky. I'm just like, I'm actually having a super bad day today. Like, really not a good day. I've been probably spending most of it crying. And I was really upset that I was going to miss my stream also. And I was just like, no, I'm really upset. My arm's finally doing better, and like, I need to draw. I'm doing this. And so that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, let's do it. Sometimes when I'm sad though, that's like, it's the thing to do. And then I draw something and I feel better because I drew something, and then, you know, it helps. I hate this whole thing. What's going on with it? All right. Let's see. Oh no, it's not your character here. It's just 2 different edits on the same armor. They wanted their character charm on one, and then the other is sort of like a generic Absol character. What's wrong? They don't look like it on the same plane? Is that what's going on? Let me see. Alright. Sometimes it's worth, like, if something doesn't look right, it's worth taking a minute to try to figure out what isn't looking right about it. Because this, I think, to me looks like it's on like this plane facing the viewer almost. And this clearly looks like it's on a different, like, plane. So it almost looks like it bends. That's fine. Okay. I'll just redraw everything. No. How much of this do I really need in the way? I think this should all be super faint so I can barely see it. And I can mostly focus on her weapon, but be able to see the orientation. Yeah, that definitely makes it really apparent that the bottom part doesn't feel like it's on the same plane as the top. The handle and the hilt look like they work, but somewhere down here. I wonder if I can just kind of take this last piece and instead of like redrawing it, use this area where it's sort of hidden behind her body to find a spot to break it. Maybe I can try to make it look like it's at an angle also. I think this needs to be. So, whenever I'm making adjustments like this, I'm always paying attention to what it looks like over here, even when I'm zooming in, because I can see over there how it still kind of looks like it goes over, and then let's see if I can maybe, does it look better if I rotate it? Or is that worse? If all I do is get this sword looking good today, I'm happy. This, I think is the last real thing I have to design like this. And then everything from here out's just shading. But it's such an awkward shape. Does it look bad if I bring that back out again? Yeah, so that actually does make it look kind of like an angle. Alright, let's try flipping the canvas, see if looking at it a different way helps. Alright, so I think that looks okay. All right. Yeah. Can always mess with it later if I want to. I think that does look a lot better. Because now if I go back up to the sort of layer I made to check stuff, that's straight down the middle. That's what it should maybe be. Alright, so I probably want to have the points on the same point. So to try to actually fix the angle of the sword, the hilt is at an angle I can use to match the angle that this would be at. And then the way to actually bring it back to looking parallel is to make these two corners that are meeting, one's too short and one's too far. So to bring them back to this, that's all I'm doing is scooting the points to where I just found they should be. And I'm gonna adjust my drawing to that, so then it will finally look like it's in the correct perspective. And I might adjust it a bit. But like I can see it right there. That fixed it, having those in the right spot. And I know they got warped when I warped it, but it's fine. I don't mind redrawing this one part. This is when I talk about like when I charge more so that I can fix stuff that I don't think looks good. My customer has not complained about the sword at all. They haven't said anything. It looks good enough to them. And they haven't really nitpicked or had me adjust or rework anything. So I'm choosing that this sword is not to my standard, and I wanted to come back and put that extra time into this part of the drawing to bring it up to where I think it could and should be, if that makes sense. So I always price in for redrawing stuff. And if the customer doesn't tell me something that they think looks like it needs to be redrawn, I utilize that allotment to fix something that I think isn't to my standard. It keeps me from over nitpicking pieces too, because I don't want to just fix every little itty bitty thing. It's usually for what I see as the most like glaring mistake. And in this example, it's the fact I did not feel like the sword blade looked like it was on the same plane or had the same tilt as the handle did. So let's see. Now, do I want to redraw it completely or not? See, or I could adjust where one already is. I would just be bringing this one up higher. And then that wouldn't change this one at all, and I'm doing half the work. Yes. All right, So the only thing I'm seeing here is by bringing that up that high, I'm putting it real close to her elbow there. So I'm gonna try to make sure there's enough room for the silhouette to kind of still be its own thing. All right, okay, here's another thing I do. So if I'm not sure if they're gonna like the redo I do, maybe they'll think that the blade looked at a better tilt before or whatever, before I redrew it, I'll leave the other one more or less intact instead of completely deleting that sword. I'll just do a whole new layer, kind of like an edit. It's a little bit extra, but you know, I want this to look good. I guess this is why I charge what I charge, and people come to me knowing that their stuff is gonna look good when they receive the final product. Because I want it to both be worth my time and worth it for my customer, so. All right. I believe I was using my line brush, like a 6. We'll see how this goes. So if I do, this should be like one continuous piece. And then if I'm dealing with stuff that's on a parallel, I'll frequently just copy and paste one line like this so that they're all on the same angle exactly, because they are exact. But it's better than trying to, I don't know how many times I've tried it. Like, it seems really stupid to be like, just duplicate the line 3 times. But I can't tell you how many times I've definitely drawn all of them individually and suffered the hard way. So it might seem like common sense, but sometimes when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to do. You just get so caught up trying to make everything look good that we get stuck in doing stuff silly ways. I used to think that I had to draw everything individually 100% one time. Like I would never duplicate something I'd used before. Like the little safety pins. I went ahead and drew one safety pin and I copied and pasted it. Me 10 years ago thought that was cheating because I copy and pasted something. And I'm like, if I went through the effort and drew it, make it do the work, make it do the work more than one time. It's still what I'm being paid to do. It's just weird. But it's also why I avoided using references for the longest time, because I was worried that was considered cheating. And it's like, no, references are how artists get better. And I feel like if I'd gotten over that and used refs a lot sooner in my artistic career, the right way, that I would probably be further along than I am. The chat is delayed by a fair bit. It might be. I'm not sure what the latency is set to for YouTube. There's also a big lag between YouTube and the little chat system that puts the bubbles up, so. Dead Horse says, that's why you're always so good to commission and work with. Aw. I always work hard to fix the things that people like you would never see. Well, that's what you pay me for, yeah. Lucky Rock says, everything you make always looks amazing. Aw, thank you. Zarnak the Terrible. That's a fun name. Alright, see if I can do the sword tip here. Drop those down just a little bit. Wait, what? There it is. I lost my coffee. That was almost a tragedy, but it was behind me. If you don't put coffee into a scuts, she can't make art. It's the way it goes. Oh, can't find my coffee. Time to just end the stream, I guess. Gotta go sit in the corner. Day's over. See, look at that. I said I was sad and didn't even want to get on and stream, but I didn't want to be sad about not getting on and streaming more. And it's only been 30 minutes and I'm already in such a better mood. I don't know. There's something about drawing though. Drawing usually helps when I'm having a bad day. And then there's something fun about streaming. It's been one of those things where ever since I was a kid. I was streaming before streaming was streaming, okay? I would bust my sketchbook out at lunch, and all the kids would swarm around me and watch me draw while they ate their lunch. Like, things have come a long way, but some things have not changed a bit. And so it's just kind of like, it's always been some... Oh, no, no, I like that one. Come back, come back. You're perfect. I forgot what I was saying because panic took over. I didn't want to Control-Z that. Getting a little Control-Z happy over here. I'm super rusty right now, though. That's fine. My wrist is actually really tight, and I can feel when I'm trying to do these curves. These aren't easy to... Ooh, what if... Oh, we try something new. Okay. I'm injured, and redrawing something 300 times is not the thing today. What if we try the vector brush thing? I hate this. I hate it so much. I hate the vector brush. So let's use it. See if it helps. Because you know what? Sometimes even if you don't like something, it doesn't mean that it's not helpful. It probably means that, you know, you need to try it out a little bit more. So when it comes to like mediums and stuff, sometimes I don't like, I'm like, nope, not me. Calligraphy's like that. I could probably get better at calligraphy if I tried, but it's not really my jam. Okay, so stop redrawing the line, Scuts. This is what we're doing now. Where's this? Does it have the points? Do we have anchor points? We have anchor points. Okay. Now, can I scoot the anchor points without making it look horrible? What the fuck? I take back everything I said. This is awesome. Sometimes it just takes a minute for Scuts to read chat. That is also true. I will say the most latency is between the artist and the screen. I'm often looking down at what I'm drawing, so that tends to make it that I look up intermittently at the screen. I'm trying to see if I can maybe try setting up a text-to-speech thing. Not something that you guys would hear, but that would read chat to me in my ear so that I could actually respond without taking forever. Can't bump the table while you're drawing. Yes, that's exactly it. Nothing's changed except you guys can't bump the table while I'm drawing. That is actually a really good benefit. That's my favorite part. Scott's out here working smart. You know, sometimes you have to. You adapt or you don't get to do the thing anymore. And that's kind of where my wrist is at. So, I mean, the whole reason I sketch the way I do is because I have a weird issue that other people don't have with their wrist. Like, well, not weird. I mean, I guess everybody eventually runs into wrist pain, but I damaged mine pretty badly in a car wreck, but I want to draw so badly that in order to work with my hand's new limitations, I basically sketch in blobby forms and erase out volume. Like, I sketch in volumes instead of doing multiple circles and repetitive lines, because all of that is really, really taxing on my hand. And in the end just kind of is for nothing. Which is what redrawing the line is. So I'm basically coming at this with the exact same logic that I did when I adjusted how I sketched. Does that work? What does this do? This is kind of crazy. I kind of like that. All right. Oh God, it made more dots. What do I do with all the dots? Okay. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what to do. What can I do? Do I just, can I just lasso it off? I don't fucking know. This is the fun part about art, honestly, is the exploration. It's cool when you're good at stuff. It's fun when you're just kind of wandering around in the dark, giggling and like, what does this do? Okay, now there's no fucking, what do you call it, at the tip. I've made it worse. It's just blunt. Hey, you know what I'll do though? I'll just go in on a regular layer and draw the tip on. This is fine. Ta-da! It worked! Okay, how does it look though? I like the under curve. The upper curve looks really inconsistent in that middle part. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was having a really bad day, so apparently I am entertaining myself now. It's the one thing that, like whenever I've had a bad day or just been having a rough time, art's usually just been what's there for me, you know? Like just a way to vent and get out of my feels. Is it lined up? Does it look weird? That's kind of all right. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Okay, this one I can scoot to, because that's. I like that. Oh no, undo that one. Yeah, I like this. I might be able to do something with this. It's not, I didn't realize how much I could scoot stuff around, I guess. I get really overwhelmed sometimes, and it's just not the time to be trying to learn new stuff. And that's fine. Apparently today, I was in the mood to learn new stuff though. Cause I want to draw more. And if my shoulder's hurting and this helps me to draw more, then it's worth it for me to figure out how to utilize it, if that makes sense. But I had to be cornered till I decided to learn it. I'm like, fine, I guess I'll play with it. And it's like instantly easier than I thought. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. What did I see? What? Xanark, you subscribed. Does that put me at 444? Hold on. Sorry, I've been waiting for that number. I don't know why, it's just pleasing. It's 3 4s. I've been waiting for like a month. That's so awesome. It just made my crappy day so much better for no reason. So thank you. All of you, it's just so cool to see people showing up and coming and chilling while I'm working. Like I said, I'm just used to drawing and having people come and vibe. It's what I do. It's what I've always done. I know nothing else, and I don't think I'd change a dang thing. Well, okay, maybe I'd be less accident prone, so I don't have any more accidents while I'm changing the fire alarm batteries, fire detector batteries. Yay. All right, let's see how this is looking. Ooh. don't like that part, but it's behind her arm. Don't think about it. Yeah, that's looking better, I think. Let me add the last part of the blade, I guess. So let's try the vector line again. All right, so I had it go like along here. What? Buffer? There. Okay. I also had it on invisible. Alright, so this is supposed to look like it's the... I don't know what point... Oh, I'll just sketch it, duh. I won't do it this way. I'm trying to figure out what point I want the... So it's essentially like a chunk of metal, and then one side of it's been ground down into a blade. So I'm trying to think about how much of that's been ground away. I think it would want... You'd want the whole... Yeah, the whole tip to be sharp. Probably something like this. Yeah, it's looking good enough. And then... It was jagged before. And then what do I want to do? Maybe have this come down. Okay, so how does this work? I guess this side would have some thickness to it to come into this, so I wonder if I would just maybe have it come down like that, or does that look wrong? No, that looks right. Okay, like it's been, yeah. Alright, but that should actually go in a little bit further. Alright, I like this. I really don't like geometric shapes. It's easy to do trees. It's easy to do a bush. They're chaotic. Fluff, fur, hair. Nature is not perfect. Now when you take something man-made that has been artificially made into straight lines and parallel shape, that's where you get fucking difficult. That's why I charge more for outdoor backgrounds than I do, or for indoor backgrounds than I do for outdoor backgrounds. Alright, let's see, where am I at for time? I have a little bit longer I can go. About 15 minutes, we'll see if we can make an hour long, that'll be good. I'm at the point where I'm doing stuff with my shoulder and it doesn't hurt right away, but then after about 10-15 minutes it kind of starts to like catch up to me that I did stuff. So I'm trying to be very careful not to overwork stuff. I'm gonna keep doing left-handed doodles just for a little bit longer, because I can't sustainably work with my right hand right now. It is unfortunate. But it's the way she goes. So I'm gonna work on my Q when I can for as long as I can with my wrist while it's able, and then to pay the bills, we're just gonna do the little cutie spooty doodles, where they're just left-handed and a little bit scrunkly, and that'll be fine. They're fun. I think I'll try to lean into the gremlin vibe a little bit more for them, maybe. Alright, yeah, I like the way this feels. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's do the tip of the blade here. Mm. Ooh, simplify vector line. Oh, so do I redraw it, then simplify it? Maybe I should just leave this alone. I just want these ones to be in a little bit more, but I'm worried. Can't I just delete a vector line? I don't know if it'll make it better or worse. Yeah, that kind of made it worse. It takes away the natural curve and you can kind of see where it's not. Alright, let's just do redraw. And if I can't get this to look good, I'll leave it alone. Because it's not like it was the worst thing. Alright, so let's see if we can get the tips here to line up. Stare at stuff so long, I don't know what looks good anymore. It's the life of an artist. It's usually when I come back to stuff later, I'm like, oh, we'll fill in the flats, and before I call it good, good, or bad, I will look at it next time and see if I still think it looks bad. Sometimes you're just so close to the problem, even when it looks fine, you're just like, been nitpicking too long and I cannot find what actually looks good. All right. Oh no, did I make it too dark because everything else is so light I can't tell? That might be a little bit too thick. No, it's on par. She's got some thicker lines and some thinner lines. I think I made sure I used a 5 or 6 point on everything for that reason. Now, does it look better than the original one? Let's find out. Does it even look that different? Okay, so just gonna hide these real quick and fill in the sword, and we'll see. Hello, Destroyer. How's it going? We do need more dust doodles. That's actually, I need to start off with a page of them for you. I just had a lot of stuff come up the last week, IRL, that kind of threw me for a loop and took a lot of my time and attention. But I should be getting everything sorted out, and then it won't be an issue. Just been really distracting, you know? But it caused me not to be able to stream last week, and then before that, I think I was having tech issues the week before where I just was trying to load up a background tutorial, and my shoulder was hurting so much that, like, by the time I set everything up again, I was just like, I can't do this. I'm in too much pain. Nobody wants this. So I called it quits before I started. But today, I'm like, no, see what we can do, see how far we can go. And then I'll just put a blob here for the hilt. Yeah, I think I like the shape and the flow of this one better. What do you guys think? I feel like it kind of gets the, I think it gets the feel a bit better. I love how I don't have the right head. There. It's one of the reasons why I think I advocate so much for art as a hobby, because it's been my go-to for so long. And it doesn't always fix my problems, but sometimes it lets me just kind of breathe for a second, and then I can handle the problems a little bit better than I did before I doodled or drew or I did some art for a little bit. So it doesn't fix anything, but it's comforting and I like it, and I wish that more people knew how to find something like that when they needed it. So that's why I you know, it's not about being the best at art. Sometimes it's just about creating. And I think sometimes when we take the pressure off to create, we end up doing better anyways than when we try so hard. It feels unnatural. I don't know, it's one of the things when starting this YouTube channel that I was really interested by. So a lot of YouTube channels feel very samey to me, and while I was trying to figure out like how to go about doing stuff, I noticed that a lot of people taking all the same advice. And some of it's good advice, but when everybody takes the same advice and does the same things, it's very bland, very boring. And I'm like, okay, so there's stuff to learn, there's stuff I can pick up, but for the most part, doing stuff my own way is the better way because it's uniquely mine. And it's the same beauty about art in general. Like, nobody does stuff the same way. It's why I think photorealism is really impressive for people who can do it very well, but I don't think it is the coolest thing that you can do, because if folks study and try, they can draw what's in front of them. And there's different nuances to the way like realism artists do stuff, and I'm not discounting it at all, because like I said, it takes an extreme amount of skill to create photorealistic stuff. But I feel like because you're working from something that you can see, or things like that, like when you're copying an image that's already there or blowing up an art, like you're referencing something and it's as it is. And there's a few exceptions, but like I'm using a lot of words to say I'm not trying to discount realism. I think that people who take their own unique likes and the things that they think are cool and the way that, you know, the color palettes they think are neat, all of that's what makes art so interesting, and why I love just following all kinds of artists all over the internet, because it's made it so easy to just find other folks with all these incredible styles, and just ways of doing stuff that I may not have ever thought of or seen. And I don't know, it's fucking cool. I used to feel like I could never obtain abstract, and I think that that's one that's still probably a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'd say my style is. It's cartoony. I don't care. It's what I like. I don't have to put my art style in a box. I just have to put it on the paper. Oh my gosh. After the stream, I'm leaving and I'm picking my friend up from the airport, and then I'm having my tech help from the UK flown in to help me find out why my computer needs to restart. No, actually he's coming out to visit, but he's like hell-bent on figuring out why I need to restart my computer. I was like, you don't have to. And he's like, no, you don't get it. I want to. It's like a puzzle at this point. It's been so evasive for so long. So we'll see. Either we'll figure out what's the problem, or I might have some more answers as to what's going on with it. All right. I like that. I like that a lot. So now if I pull up the background, since this is metallic, I'm just gonna kind of take what I've got, and I'm just gonna airbrush a little bit of the environments into it somewhere. That's probably too much. There we go. Just something so it's kind of like reflecting on the environment around it. I probably want to do another layer where I put a little bit of blue for the sky. All right. So I'm gonna get rid of my sketch here. Yes. Well, that was a lot of work just to get to get a sword blade done. But I did it. I did it and it looks fine. I'm gonna do the hilt. This piece. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do like it's a shredded t-shirt. That's been like ripped and sort of latticed down here. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to look into some neat, like, I'll get some references going for what I can do for this, because I feel really really lost on what I want to do, but it's such a visible point of the weapon that I think it needs the TLC. Once that's done though, this is basically at the point where it needs the last few touch-ups. Oh, I didn't shade her eyes yet. I saved it for later. All right. Look forward to that then. I already did the eyes on the Absol. Boop. I'm surprised I didn't shade them both on the same day so that they had the same vibe, but it is what it is. It'll be fun trying to figure out what I did and match them in the other one. Alright, well, I think it's about time for me to go and hit the road to go pick my friend up. So, with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up today. I am really happy to be having this sword be moving along. It was the last little part I didn't feel up for working on yet. So I saved the worst for last, but I still have some eyes to shade when I'm done with it, so I'll look forward to that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad that I could get on and get some work done, and I appreciate anybody and everybody coming by and watching. So if you want to support and show me that you like this and help me out, you can like so that people know that this is a good stream to come and chill to. I'm working on getting to monetization just so that it makes my life a little easier, because drawing art for every dollar, it gets a little weary for the wrist, you know? And this is one of the little ways that I'm trying to take some of the strain off of my wrist, so that I have a longer drawing career instead of just drawing my hand into dust. So you're all absolutely amazing, and I appreciate you joining me on this journey with my art. So take care, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye. If I can find the button. Nope, we're never ending. There we go. I haven't streamed so long, I forgot how to end the stream. Goodness.